Hi guys, highlighting, yes, highlighting. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time joining me, I'm Tamara Kanem, and as usual, thank you for clicking on that video. So today we are doing a video on primers and setting sprays and if they are necessary in your makeup routine. Now for me, the answer to that will be yes and no. Depending on what skin type you have, using a primer could really not be necessary for you. I think especially if you have younger skin, then a primer is actually really not necessary for you. For me personally, you guys, I am actually not wearing any primer today or setting spray, but my skin is looking flawless. It's still looking dewy for all the sisters that like a dewy skin. I just moisturize my face before I actually put my foundation. I actually do have a video on a skincare prep, on how I prep my skin before I do my foundation. I will link that video up in the cards somewhere above. I don't actually use a primer, and today I just use a moisturizer. In fact, I just use an aqueous cream on my face today because my face was feeling a little bit dry. You know, I've been going through my menses and my skin has just been feeling a lot sensitive. So all I have on my face today is actually a baby aqueous cream, a fragrance-free baby aqueous cream on my face, and I did set my spray with my face with rose water, and that was it, just to kind of make my skin look like skin again, and just to kind of take that powder off of my face and so that it can set into my skin nicely. Now primers are essentially made for smoothing out your skin, for creating a nice base for your foundation to kind of work with, so your foundation can smooth over your skin nice. It's kind of like a nice base for your foundation. However, I feel if your reason for wanting to use a primer is to smooth your face, then you could simply just use a moisturizer, cleanse your face. I used an ice mask on my face, the Illa's. Oh my gosh, I've been loving this mask from Illa. It's the apple cider and the turmeric mask that she does, like this ice mask that she does on her face. I did put that on my face, and also because it's ice, you guys, ice actually tightens your pores. In case you didn't know. So before I record this video, I'm like, let me get those pores tight, girl. And as you can see, my skin is really looking flawless. Okay, my foundation is really looking nice. And so for me, if that is really not necessary, you could just use a moisturizer. Make sure that you've cleansed your face. If your face is flaky, make sure that you've exfoliated, and make sure that you moisturize your skin before putting a foundation onto your skin. Now if you suffer with large pores or texture in your skin, and you want a primer to kind of fill out your pores, then I kind of think a primer will work for you in that sense, because there are primers that are made specifically for filling out your pores. There are different types of primers, you guys. If you look out in the market, there are really different types of primers. Some of them really just smooth and moisturize your skin, whereas others do kind of fill out your pores. If you have large pores in your face, they do kind of help with filling out your pores. Now what you also have to remember, if that is your reason for wanting to use a primer, then I actually think that a primer in that sense could be necessary, because it will help create a nice smooth base, and it will help for the foundation not to sink into your pores and just exaggerate and kind of define your pores more, if that makes any sense for you. So in that kind of sense, yes and no. And also I kind of think if you have oily skin, then you should actually be opting for a mattifying primer. There are mattifying primers that you can use, and that really helps smooth out your skin and also mattify your skin. And I know mattifying primers are really nice to help with your smile lines. Those are one of the things that a mattifying primer or pore filling primers really can help with. They really can help with your smile lines or your expression lines. So for me, those reasons, you can kind of use a primer. Now, when it comes to setting spray, you guys, again, you have to really think about what setting spray you want to use, because again, for me, a setting spray is not essentially necessary. Remember, a setting spray is made to kind of set and lock in your foundation or your makeup, okay? Now, generally, I lock in my foundation. I see my makeup with a powder. For me, that is just necessary, especially in the summertime. summertime when it's so hot. And to be honest with you, a lot of setting spray, I've had a lot of setting sprays from the drugstore, and a lot of them actually do nothing for my skin. They don't really make my makeup last very long. Some of them actually make my skin really, really oily, and essentially the oilier your skin gets, the less your makeup is going to last, because it's going to your makeup is just going to melt off your face. It's going to transfer very quickly off of your face, and that's kind of not really, really what you want for your makeup to last. So in summer, you guys, I really, really don't think you need a setting spray that is dewy, because remember, your skin has natural oils, and after a while, like if you look at my skin, you guys, I've not used any setting spray, but my skin is looking very dewy. You don't see any signs of powder. The natural oils on my skin are coming out, and my skin is looking dewy, even though I put a lot of powder on my face, because like I said, it's summer, so I kind of lock my foundation in with my powder and not necessarily a setting spray. But I love using a setting spray to kind of give your skin a more skin-like look, and to kind of take the powder away from your skin. Now for me, especially in the summertime, really, Joshua, you're making a noise. Especially in the summertime, if you really want your foundation to last, I really prefer using a mattifying setting spray. There are setting sprays that are mattifying, and there are setting sprays that give you a dewy finish. So you also have to think about your skin type and whether you have a dry skin or oily skin. If you have an oily skin, then you really should be using a matte setting spray to kind of lock in your foundation, to kind of make your foundation last longer. Because if you're going to use a setting spray that has lots of oils in it, it's going to make your skin 10 times oilier, and your makeup is definitely not gonna last. So for me, it just kind of makes sense to use a mattifying setting spray. If you have an oily skin, if you have dry skin, you can use an oil-based setting spray. There are setting sprays that really help lock in, but drugstore wise, you guys, I really haven't found a setting spray that really makes your makeup last. However, I have found the perfect setting spray. It is a matte setting spray, and that is the setting spray from Wet n Wild. It was in my favorites video. I really like this setting spray because it really gives your skin a natural finish without oiling your skin. It doesn't say it's mattifying, but it kind of mattes your skin. It kind of leaves your skin mattified, and it doesn't add any oils to your skin. So those are the reasons why I would and I would not use a setting spray. And if you look at my skin, you guys, I actually did not use a setting spray on my face today. I actually used rose water. Joshua, can you just get the rose water in the fridge for me, please? The one that I just want to show you guys the rose water. You could even use water. I saw a girl doing a tutorial, and she literally just used water. And rose water is actually just water with, you know, with some rose essence in it, with some roses, infused roses in it. My sister actually uses this rose water for baking, you guys. And what I did was I sprayed this into an empty spray bottle of mine, one of my old setting sprays that I finished. And I kind of poured this into my setting spray bottle, and I set my face with this just to kind of get the powder away. So this is actually rose water, and it's a nice cool cloudy day today, so your makeup is going to last longer anyway on it though. So thank you, boo. You can remove it and take it away. I'll let them know. My son is letting me know he wants to start a YouTube channel. He actually did start a YouTube channel a long time ago. Like, he wanted to start a YouTube channel before I even did a YouTube channel, before I even started my YouTube channel. Now he keeps nagging me to talk about a YouTube channel, but I will in another video. And he needs to get his YouTube channel serious. I mean, okay, but anyway, let's get back into the video. Sorry for all of those interruptions. But like I was saying, you guys, so this was the rose water, and if you look at my skin is perfectly fine. It's still dewy, the powder is gone, and for me, that's really what I want from a setting spray. Also, depending on the seasons as well, in the winter time, you can opt for a more dewy foundation setting spray, but I find that for me, even in the winter time, I was using a setting spray from that I bought at Clicks, and even in the winter time it made my skin really oily. So what I actually do in the winter time was I buy the dewy setting spray, I set my face with the dewy setting spray, and I kind of go over it again with a mattifying setting spray, just to kind of help lock and seal everything, because a mattifying setting spray is really gonna lock in your foundation. So if you want to use a primer, you guys, it's up to you. It can help, it might not help you. I've tried out a lot of primers that have been hyped. I've tried the Maybelline primers, I've tried a primer from L'Oreal, and really they didn't do anything. They didn't make any difference to my skin. And also I really can't stand primers that have a silicone face, because I literally the one time tried this primer and it had silicone in it. My foundation was literally sliding off my face. Like if someone had to hug me, you would literally see, or if someone had to touch me, there'd literally be prints in my skin. Like my makeup was sliding off of my face. Like, just don't use silicone based primers. Like for me, they just really don't work. They might work for you if your skin is really dry, but no. But anyway, you guys, let me stop babbling. That is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope that kind of answers your questions.